Hey everyone, Brian here, and today we are doing the KOTH Season 9 finals, and here's the brackets for the round 8 tournament. I beat Ryan Mechanic 3-0 in my previous video. If you want to watch it, the link will be in the description, and Lokesh beat These Nuts 3-0 too. So I'm going to be playing Lokesh in a best of 5 to see who's Season 9 king. And also in the third place, Ryan beat These Nuts 3-2. So we'll start off with the starter map, which was randomized by the bot. So as you can tell, it's a pretty long game, 11 minutes long, where both go in Cobra, and there's basically two different playstyles here. You can eco to 257 and go for the live game, or you can go heavy eco and leak a bit more lives, about 30 more, as I did, but have 20 more eco. I'm not sure which is better, to be honest. But anyway, I'm placing my Cobras strategically here. I'm placing them here and here, so when adjustment comes, I can put a bomb up here and down here, which is why I'm leaving the gap here. So let's stop here. He's 2 wired funds up. We have a Bernie stuff, he doesn't, so I'm in a $550 cash lead. I have I have 70 more eco than me, but I have a lot less lives. So 70 eco is around 70 eco. How much is a white balloon? Is it 150? No, a black balloon is 150. I think a white balloon is 125. So 125 equals 5 eco. So anyway, excuse me. So I'm 76 eco ahead of him, which equates to 1,900 cash, I think. If 125 eco is equal to 5, I mean, if $125 is equal to 5 eco, 76 eco is equal to 1,900 cash. So we're 1,900 cash up. So these two covers are worth like 1,600. So we're up around $800 here at the price of AC lives and 2 spikes. So I just prefer my playstyle, but I'm not too sure if it's the best, since sometimes with Cobra it's dangerous having like attrition and camo pinks and you can pass. So anyway, I'm just continue ecoing. He's continue space ecoing. So at the moment we have a massive eco advantage. So he's sending some yellows here. I just simply upgrade to a 2-2 mortar and upgrade to some more Cobras, but I'm leaking down to 29 lives, which is a bit bad for us. Yeah, it's pretty bad for us. I think he's outplaying at the moment. I'm placing my bomb here, and I'm forced to actually sell a Cobra. So I send some whites, try to force a cluster, and I send them camo pinks, force his signal flare. Yeah, so at the moment I really think he's outplaying at the moment. My life count is pretty down. And yeah, I'm just sending some eco to some space eco, and I opt for a different play here. Instead of adjusting round 18, I'm just gonna play utterly eco heavy. Well, not really eco heavy, but I'm just gonna slowly get up more eco. So first of all, I'm gonna upgrade to 3 signal flares. or actually 2. I'm going to place a mortar down here so his leads don't do anything. Now, this bomb should be up here, but I placed it down here since I was about to die, and I'm a bit wary of my live count. So I just upgrade to an impact, and he sends me a MOAB, which I don't do anything. So a MOAB costs $1,500, and you lose like 24 eco. So he just wasted all that. So this basically means 24 eco. I have a calculator here, by the way. So he sent a MOAB which costs 1,500, and also minus 24 eco, which is worth 500 as well. So that's $2,000 total that he wasted. And at the moment here, let's just pause the game for a bit. We have 11, 15, 17 Cobras versus his 15 Cobras, and we're also up like 160 eco, which is like $4K. So we're definitely outplaying here. We're up a boost as well. Our only downside is lives. Like he can tank a whole ceramic. I, however, can't. I would attrition here, but I really don't see much point since he can just attrition me back. So at round 24, I'm preparing for a big one for round 25. I'm gonna pause it here. So he sends me a BFB, which costs $2,500. If I'm right, this means a BFB is minus 220 eco. So I'm just gonna pause here. And a BFB, you lose 220 eco. I think this means you lose 2,500 plus the minus 200 eco, which is worth like roughly $4,400. So this BFB send, even if it forces me to upgrade to loads of Cobras and defense, it's just not worth it. Cobra versus Cobra. I suppose he thought around 25 I might die, but look at the eco numbers here. I have twice his eco, and I have way more defense that I'm going to need later anyway. So I simply upgrade to a big one, boost, and I continue ecoing. So yeah, so he tries camo pinks in his desperate attempt to win, but camo pinks cost twice normal eco value, so yeah, I'm out playing. A loss here. So at the moment, my plan is to wait until round 32 and send him 1, so my god. And then if he tries to defend, I send him more. But if he counters me, I just mortar stall. But you never send more than 1, so my god, a 1, Cobra versus Cobra, otherwise you're dead to a counter. And you can't afford to mortar stall like more than 5 times. So he has adjustments, so I think he's waiting for round 31. Now, what I should have done here, just spam like 3 more signal flares. But instead, wait for it. Round 30. Now, mortar pierce cap is 40. And look at all of these balloons going past. And inside it has ceramic is like way more than 40 balloons. So if he boosts, he mortar stalls, but I don't mortar stall and I die. So it's a bit of a choke from me, but I suppose it's okay. I should have boosted earlier, or like mortar stall or something. So anyway, Lokish is beating me 1 at the moment. I'll see you guys in my losing map. So here my L map is cards. I'm going NG spat, and he's also going NG spat. I'm just gonna put it to time sleep since it's gonna be a bit boring. So he's using this spot. I'm using this spot. I just prefer this spot since just in case if my opponent is going Dart, it anti-stalls better. But to be honest, NG versus NG, his spot is probably better. I'm not gonna lie. So he upgrades the sentries, I upgrade to mine. So he sends me a few pinks. I don't do anything since I'm at 150 lives. I'm going Spectre, which you don't need lives for. And I can upgrade to the plantation before the round ends, which means I think I got like an extra $60 or $120, I'm not sure. So we're out farm at the moment, but I think I make a mistake here. Instead of going for this farm, I should have sent him greens, and he would have struggled more, since I have the money advantage. So he sent me pinks and I got more from my plantation at the end of round 5 or 4, round 4. But instead I agreed, and it's a pretty bad play. Honestly, at the moment I probably should have just boosted. NG Spec doesn't need boost anyway. But instead I just spike, upgrade to 2 of these, and this blue NG has a 9-inch nails, by the way. So he's definitely outplaying now. I want to upgrade to my second plantation now, and I do just that. He's gone for his second plantation too, and yeah. And his eco is up a lot, so I think I'm getting outplayed at the moment. Actually, I don't think that. I know I'm getting brutally clapped at the moment, which is pretty sad. But he upgrades his factory to 1-1, which costs like $1,000, so that's why I have to out farm it. But he's still not that far behind in farms. And he's gone for another farm. I just go for my 3-0 farm, her Republic. Now, we both need a spike balls for round 18. I just upgrade to a second Republic. And I think I'm gonna upgrade to my spiked balls. But I only have a 3-1. He has a 3-2, if you note from the speed. But even if he just sends me a MOAB, I can just boost. I'll be okay. I think, oh, right here, I made a big mistake. I upgraded this farm to a Republic, which makes no sense, since farms take 2 rounds to repay itself. And we're both gonna upgrade to our factory and sell all our farms, like next round. So I basically wasted like $500 there. And he goes straight for his factory. And I would have been ahead if I just didn't go for that. I basically bought a Republic and then sold it. Like, it just makes no sense. So now he's $15, I mean $1,500 ahead, as well as 40 eco ahead. Now eco doesn't matter now, since we're both gonna be sending each other stuff anyway. So and the reason why I'm sending this in Cobra versus Cobra, never send BFBs, since your main source of money is eco. But in NG versus NG, it's okay, since you have a factory which generates $5,400 per round, and you also have a balloon trap and a spike storm. I think he loses like $2,000 every time he sells it. I think his factory is 11500 in a sec. Okay. Okay, so basically, every time he spike storm, he loses $2,310. But since he also went for his Republic, he'll need to sell that too, and he'll waste another like 1,000. And he probably have to sell some of this, and maybe even buy a balloon trap in the back, spike storm twice, since it's AI as well. So I think it's worth it to send him a BFB. Anyway, he's out playing. But he buys a spike storm here, but he sells it. So he wastes $2,000 here, and he sells a balloon trap, so he wastes like $3,000 there. And he wastes another $2,000, and then he buys a trap here, and he boosts as well, and spike storms a third time. In total, maybe he wasted around $7,000. But in my opinion, it's a choke. And I do a really smart play here. I send him a fast cooldown MOAB, since he sold his spike balls, right? So he upgrades to a double spike balls, and a bloom trap at the back too, and also a boost. So we're draining him pretty hard. So he's forced to send me a oh my god here. I'm sending him one too. So here's where things get exciting. How do you put it onto one? Okay, here we go. ×1 speed. I boost. Boosting a spike mines. Basically only need around 3 spike storms. Or maybe 2, but I don't want to risk it. And I also have 3 boosts. He only has 1. So I'm not afraid to boost. So he boosts. So we have a 2 boost lead now. Now he does a really smart thing. He keeps his factory up. So he got an extra $5,400 on me. But here's where he messed up. He only needs 3 spike storms, but he spike storms over here. And the oh my god is over here. You want to spike storm as close as possible to the MOAB class balloons as you can. So his second spike storm basically did nothing. Oh, and why is he still spike storming? I guess he never tested it in sandbox. So that's 6 spike storms he did. I did 3 spike storms. So I wasted 6k, he wasted 12k. However, and also these spike mines are being annoying, taken away from the AI. And he only has 1 trap, so he misses some of the AI money. So if you look closely here, I'm out farming by like 7k, and this is since of his inability to test NG Spat in Sandbox. Sandbox is just so useful for testing how good these stuff are. So anyway, we both keep up our spike mines. So in round 27, well, there really is no other way to defend those MOABs without them spike mines. Anyway, right now, well, in the game I had no idea how much money he had, but yeah, anyway. I'm just slowly saving up for a factory and 9.5k advantage. Brutal. And it was basically down to Spike Storm. Since previously in that point he was outplaying. I can't lie to you. He was clapping me. But that's oh my god moment, which is why it's so important to study every aspect of NG Spac, and not only the early game and mid game. Since in NG Spac games versus noobs, they really only last until round 18 max. So anyway, I'm placing an NG here to overclock my spike mines if I need to. So I boost here so I can get more money from my trap, and I don't need all my boost anyway. And he doesn't even have up his factory yet, on level 42 factory. So he all-outs me with BFBs. I send him 1 BFB to try to stop him from rushing me. I just spike storm. And I also have a boost left, which I use. But BFBs at this stage are still pretty weak. But I see that he sold everything, including his spike mines. So I just sell everything so these BFBs don't pop. Overclock this and just full send him. And he can't do anything about it. So at the moment it's 1-1. I'll see you guys in his loser map, Moon Landing. So his loser map is Moon Landing. Also, the rules for this series are no repeat strategies. so we both can't go Cobra. I'm going Heli farm ice, he's going tack farm mortar. Interesting. So I'm starting off with an ice. Since I'm moon landing, this circle is so big, you can solo up to round 8 with 2 ices. I probably should have put it a bit more over to the right. I never really studied this though, which is a shame. So I just tell my ices 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and I get them perfectly desynchronized. I'm not sending him anything since I can just play 250 eco style and still get like around 17 BIA, or around 14 BIA actually is possible, but around 17 BIA still beats top from mortar. I'm barely leaking. I'm leaking like 3 lives every 10 seconds, which I'm fine with. He has to send though. I'll upgrade to Heli round 8. He's sending regrow white, and I place my Heli closer to here, since if these white balloons regrow like if my Heli was down here, the pinks would be here and they would regrow into whites all the way up here. So I want to pop these whites as close to my ice towers as possible. I'll upgrade to like quad darts just to be safe, but I really don't need to. So I'm pretty sure Heli ice beats Cobra on this map too, but he can't go Cobra. Actually he can, you can go like Wiz Ace Cobra. So he's bloom boosting whites. Like a savage, I agreed for my plantation. I just boost since he's sending me camo whites, and I was a bit scared there. But I send him these bloom booster things to scare him. He has like no farms. I've just boosted, so anyway. He sells a farm, and I just go for shards. Yeah, he can't really do much. I'm gonna put it to 1 speed at the moment, since this is the very critical moment of the game. I'm aiming for like around 17 BIA now. I just upgrade to my ice again. 2, 1, 2, and we're fine. Since he's just sending whites, and we're on track for around 17 BIA. His eco is so big, but it means nothing if I can get up the BIA. We also have stall, and he only has more to stall, which isn't good lace. So anyway, I'm gonna go for my farm now. BIA at the end of round 16. And he immediately sends me regrow rainbows. I just upgrade to second rotors and boost. And the reason why I didn't go for a shard is since a shard is dangerous if he sends camos. So he's mad right now, and it's basically much over. I'm just gonna fast forward. I just boost this. I have no problems boosting. And he's drained. Nothing he can do. So I just cash out. I'm not sure if I even cashed out. So I just buy a shard. And he sends me a BFB. I just ice shards and cash out for an Apache. And I almost choke, but I don't. And we do this. And like, with this BIA, we've caught up with him in eco. And we have a massive farm lead. And it's just over at the moment, so I'm just gonna fast forward. Since like, we've an Apache, nothing he can do. And he dies to this BFB. and he dies here. So it's 2-1, and I'll see you guys in his second lead. So his second loser map is called Yin Yang, and I'm going both farm mortar. He's going with Cobra both. I'm starting off with a farm, and since he didn't buy his thing, and you'll want to get up a second wired fund for $80. I'm gonna start with a farm so that I can get an extra $60 on round 1. You only don't get it if the person and like spikes stand still, but luckily Lokesh did not. I placed my bosun close. And I just upgrade the second build since 2 grape shots solo until like round 11. So he's still sending it, and I'm not sure what he's doing here. I'm not sure if he's even aware of it, but he's stalling. But by sending me the those balloons, he's stalling the round since these are going a long way. Yeah, he's actually stalling the rounds, which is why I have 2 plantations on round 7. I just upgrade to faster shooting in case he sends me yellows. If he does send me, I can just grape shot spam. Yep, I just ignore his rush. I don't even flinch for a mortar or anything. I just spike. And I go for my 3rd plantation. And I should have a BIA by round 14. So he's sending me a rush, and I basically just have to upgrade to a second grape shot, and I also upgrade to this mortar to a 2-2 mortar. He should send me a camo lead for $750 worth of defense. So I go for my BIA now. He should probably have punished me, but instead he just starts to adjust me around 16. I upgrade to a destroyer boost, upgrade my signal flare, now here's a critical point. On around 18 you don't need a big one. Just cash out BIA, upgrade to like 4 destroyers, and you're good. Like, this even works on a way smaller map like Snowy Castle, and I've beaten top Cobra players there with this strategy, even with BIA like around 17. And if your opponent can't force out round 18, I can just cash out again when I'm struggling. I'm gonna put it 2-4 speed, and my eco is just so big right now. So he sends me a MOAB. I can just boost, no problem. I just boost. I didn't have to boost, I just don't want to choke, especially with the AI being layered on that. So it's round 21. The adjustment is pretty big now. So he's bloom boosting as well. I simply cash out again, bolt pull, and I send him a MOAB. And with both wizards, quite hard to do anything. I boost again just to be safe, and he boosts, and with his tornado he dies to the AI. So that is a 3-1. Ignore that. So here is the final result. And so I am Season 9 King. If you want to join KOTH, here is the invite. And thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in my next KOTH video. See ya.